There's a big case that lays out the answer to this question. It's called New York Times v. Sullivan. In Sullivan, the New York Times printed actual false information about an elected official, but they didn't mean to, they thought it was true. And the Supreme Court sided with the newspaper. And what the court said is that when the plaintiff is an actual public official, because of the importance of ensuring that free flow of information to voters, even an actual false statement is only defamation if the journalist didn't legitimately try to make sure it was true. And the standard the court sets is that a false statement with a public official is defamatory if it is published, and only if it is published, with actual malice. Now, that doesn't mean evil intent or ill will or spite in this case. Actual malice is defined by the court to mean either actually knowing that the information was false or publishing it with what they call reckless disregard for it being false. And over the next few cases, they're going to further break these standards down and explain them a little better. So knowing means that the speaker, the journalist, must have, in fact, entertained serious doubts about the truth of the publication. That comes from a case called St. Amant v. Thompson. So to meet the knowing standard, we can't just imply that they probably thought it was false. We have to know it for a fact somehow, through some sort of evidence, like maybe an email or something. Reckless disregard, on the other hand, means that the speaker had a high degree of actual awareness of the probable falsity and published the information anyway. So that is 3 standards in one. So first, it has to be a high degree of actual awareness, so not just any degree, but a high degree. Then it has to be actual awareness, not just a hunch, but they have to be actually aware that it is probably false. Probably meaning more than 50% likely. Well, that's kind of 3 high standards embedded into each other in order to reach the level of reckless disregard. Also, the burden of proof here is on the plaintiff, on the petitioner, so in this case, on Donald Trump. That means it's up to Donald Trump to prove that the Wall Street Journal published this information either knowing or with reckless disregard that it was false.